YouTube is really hard, and I think it's worth talking about it. But yeah, we do our channel called X Marks the Box, and we do all the podcast episodes, and it also has the extension of like Potato Pro Wrestling. But yeah, it's just basically where we do all kinds of gaming videos that's mostly related to like Xbox. It just comes from like both of us like used to do like let's play videos, and we had a lot of fun doing them. But it just seems like as if we have to stick to reactions or commentary videos, and it's just something that gains more views, and it just leads to one of the bigger problems of YouTube, and that is we're being pigeonholed into making the exact kind of content. There's like Game Theory, Scott, or some other YouTube creators that somehow like end up either quitting or doing other different kinds of YouTube, and it just seems as if the YouTube channels of the older generation are already dying. We were like working on our podcast, and we used to do a lot of those, as well as like highlights being shared as separate videos, but quite often they don't attract a lot of views there. And yet sometimes we put some random memes, we put some like shorts, as well as some like shorter videos, like something that is like 8 or 10 minutes, and it often like gains attention and gives us more views. And sometimes it just gives more subscribers than the podcast episodes. We did try to do our own series, like limited one podcasts, don't get as many views as we hoped it could be. And we also did like let's play Minecraft videos that we seem to have our fun doing, but it seems like we went into different directions and ended up not working. But I think the biggest problem is that when we spend so much time into the video, like editing or trying to make sure it's compressed and be able to upload it for hours, only to end up with, say, not get so many views. We still have like lots of people that when things are not working out, we end up like copying other kinds of vids, like this one, what the very video I'm doing, but it's just basically talking about the few points to add in with Neko, one of Neko's recent vids, and it's like talking about stealing as an artist. They refer to the book called Steal Like an Artist, which I feel I got it in the bookcase. But yeah, watch out for the ravine. The more message about this book and the videos that it would be fine if you steal like an artist. That is, if you put your spin onto it, just like what I'm doing and talking about how hard it is to do YouTube. But Neko's pretty fine when you do those old style YouTube vids where you just do the kind of gameplay and somehow put your own message into it. But what they don't like is that when people like criticize others because they're doing clones there, and that's what they don't really want. They just want people to be able to like put their own spin on things and experiment with all kinds of different features. And it's not the problem with them or anyone. It's just a problem that if we were to resort into like specific styles, it just shows you're getting pigeonholed into doing the content that works for the algorithm. Like if you were to experiment with different creativities or trying to invent new styles, then unless you're like really popular, it will unlikely to be seen, and you have to like end up copying a specific style of vids and try to put your own spin on it, just like all those memes let's play videos, doing the let's play videos of different games you play only to put your own personality into it, those sort of thing. But it just seems that people are being pressured to do those all kinds of different videos in order to attempt to get more views, which unfortunately doesn't seem to work all the time. It turns out I've got 2 crafting tables, but whatever. What are the ways in which you can make your video attractive that if you were to do some other kind of creativity is that when if you were to put something in the title or thumbnail, then usually this doesn't usually yield some good results, But if you were to put something that is likely to attract people's attention, like if you put something controversial or something that's likely to attract clicks or anything like that, then you're more likely for people to engage with it. That, according to the video I was mentioning that came from Neko, they said that if you were to get people to react to the video, even if it means by liking, disliking, or even placing comments on it, then it just shows they're making, they're evoking some kind of emotion in response to it. In fact, it just seems that no matter if you like, dislike, or comment, either one of these things still creates impressions. Hence, that people often get away with making videos just to somehow attracts a lot of criticism, and yet you getting like more views for it. Hence, that when it comes to thumbnails or titles, you really have to like put in specific keywords or something that attracts their attention, like those kind of things. And usually it's just allows some more outrage, and it's just something that people would have to resort rather than trying to find out a very specific thing in order to work with it. Now, Caitlin is like one of the big YouTubers that does Ruby content. She recently did an alternative universe rewrite for Ruby and talks about Salem being like the professor of the Beacon Academy instead of Ospen, and Ospen like being someone in the shadows. And I thought it was like really good. I'll put it in the description for you to check out. But apparently, Caitlin has like put some like bits into the title, like fixing Ruby with it, when it's actually a fan fiction rewrite. And according to her, somewhere on Reddit, is that if you don't put fixing Ruby in it, it's unlikely to be seen because the algorithm expects those very specific keywords. And that is one of the examples why that usually the videos don't get picked up unless you have to be like really aggressive with it and just put something crazy into it. Need to sleep before the zombies get to kill me. Yeah. Now, in the case of our channel, our podcast we do like used to be every week, but it's now between 2 to 4 weeks. We tend to talk about games, news, topics in the Xbox world. Like when there's like news in the Xbox world, we just often turn it into the topics for the podcast and try to do it in a specific style. However, it doesn't usually get talked about, and it often like goes into the news scene. That it just goes for like, let's say like 1 to 3 hours sometimes, but it often doesn't get talked about, and that is unless we clip them into highlights. Ow! One of the things that Nico is like correct about, that old YouTube is important. Like if you're able to edit the video with less effort, like if you do the video of Minecraft and then somehow like put it as an actual video, then it just means you have some kind of return value for all the work you did, because when you do videos that do less work, you're likely to have less of a risk. I mean, making videos should be fun, simple, and less taxing than a well-being, and it just doesn't have to like work like a job. But the trouble is the algorithm, that it just kind of dismisses small creators, and there's unless you have to like go over the top with the videos and trying to attract more views. Also, the trouble is that the YouTube is pushing for more studio quality, and yet it demands our videos to have more work in, and it causes for more burnout. And which is why some of the YouTube creators are quitting or having to change things because of the amount of work involved. YouTube is asking for more work, and it's already burnt me out so much that I haven't been making videos as much as last year because it's just too much work. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like talking my mouth out for far too long, and I'm sure if you have any views on this kind of thing, so if you could comment below, that would be great. And a bit of a like would be good too, but until then, I just need to build this house before the zombies get to kill me again. Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the X Marks the Box podcast. Follow us at xmarksbox on Twitter or X Marks the Box on YouTube. And follow us on all audio podcast services. Thanks for listening.